guys, welcome back to the last video in this beginner's CFOP tutorial that I've been doing. If you haven't seen any of the other ones like F2L and OLL and Cross, go look in the link below and I can teach you how to do them efficiently. So this video here is based around PLL, which is permuting the last layer. And we'll do this in two looks. So what we'll do is we'll permute the edges and get them into the right place, and then we'll get the corners into the right place. After you have learned this, then you can go ahead and one look the entire sort of PLL. So let's get into our first bit, the two look edge permutation. So for the first bit, what we'll be looking at is we'll be looking at the UA perm. So you should know the two U perms from the beginner's tutorial. However, we're going to change the algorithm and use a slightly faster one, but it's still just as easy. So we've got a fill block on the back, but that won't always be the case. So what we're looking for is we will just want to line up the colours over the top and kind of look here. With one colour lined up, we notice that this colour here needs to go to the front, this colour here needs to go there, and that needs to go here. So just for this purpose, I'll spin it around to there. And so we look where the edges need to go. For this, we ignore the corners. So if the left one needs to come to the front, then on the right, with the bar sort of with the correct one in the back, I want to do this algorithm. Let's look at the other UB perm. Hi, so this is the UB perm, and if you look, it looks just like the UA perm, but look between this is the UA perm, this is the UB perm. If you notice the way in which the arrows go, the cycle of the three edges is different. So what I want to do, and we'll do this in the same way, ignore the corners, I want to put the correct edge here at the back. And now I look for the three which need to cycle. I notice instead of the one on the left coming to the front, the one on the right needs to come to the front. That needs to go there. So this one is a clockwise cycle, whereas the other one is an anti-clockwise cycle. So I put the correct one in the back and I do this algorithm. And that is how we solve the UB perm. So here I have now got a random PLL. So looking at this, to me this is an R perm. So first things first, to two look this, what we need to do is we need to put one of the corners and get it correct over like this. So I'm ignoring the corners, I need to get this edge over the centerpiece like that. Now I look which needs to go where, which in this case, this green needs to come to the front. So that would be a UA perm, which I will do the algorithm as follows. And now all of my edges are correct. And so here what I look for is which corners need to go where. So that will be taught in the next bit, but I can then go finish it off like this. And that would be how we two look using a U perm. So let's move on to the next H perm and Z perm. So now here is the H perm. So what happens is we need to swap all of the edges. So this edge needs to go to here, this edge needs to go over here, and so on. And they all need to swap. And it almost creates a plus if you look up there. So what we do is we do this algorithm, and it's a very easy algorithm. And that would be how we solve the H perm. So let's move on to the Z perm. So here I have the Z perm, which looks a lot like the H perm in the sense that we have 4 edges that need swap around. However, what we do is rather than these two needing swap and these two needing swap, actually these two and these two need swap. So I want to do this algorithm as follows. And that would be how we solve the Z perm, and that is the end of sort of Tulip edge permutation. So the first step would be to get all the edges into the correct place, and then what we do is we look for our corner permutation, and we'll look where all the corners need to go, and that would be how we solve it. So let's move on to Tulip corner permutation.